Step by Step, the beloved family sitcom of the 90s, once filled living rooms with laughter and warmth, winning the hearts of millions. But beyond the bright lights and scripted smiles, the real-life journeys of its cast have been filled with unexpected twists and heartbreak. More than 30 years have passed, and time has etched its mark on each familiar face. Some stars have held on to their success, continuing to shine in their careers while remaining beloved by fans. Others, however, have spiraled into a world of excess, lost in partying, reckless choices, and addiction. So much so that their transformations are shocking. Once icons of beauty and talent, some now serve as painful reminders of the cost of losing control. So, who has changed the most, both in looks and in life? What are they doing now? Join us as we uncover their stories in today's video. Patrick Duffy, the beloved TV dad who endured unimaginable loss. With his role as Frank Lambert in Step by Step, Patrick Duffy became the ultimate father figure, warm, funny, and endlessly supportive. His easygoing charm and heartfelt humor made Frank the backbone of the Lambert Foster family, creating a character many wished they had in real life. But behind the comforting presence on screen, Patrick Duffy's personal story is one of devastating loss and the strength to rebuild after life's hardest blows. Before Step by Step, Duffy was already a household name thanks to his portrayal of Bobby Ewing in Dallas. The role cemented his place in Hollywood and showcased his undeniable talent. But no amount of success could shield him from real-life heartbreak. In 1986, Patrick faced an unthinkable tragedy. His parents were murdered during a robbery at their family-owned bar in Montana. Two men broke in and shot them both, leaving Patrick reeling from the sudden and violent loss. Though the perpetrators were caught and sentenced, no punishment could ever erase the pain of losing his parents so cruelly. Work became Patrick's refuge. When Step by Step premiered in 1991, playing Frank Lambert helped him find solace. The warmth and humor of the show offered him an escape, and in many ways, the role became more than just a job. It was a lifeline, a way to heal. But life had more heartbreak in store. After over 40 years of marriage, Patrick's wife, Carlin Rosser, passed away in 2017. Carlin, a gifted ballet dancer, had been his rock, standing by his side through every challenge. Her sudden passing left him feeling lost. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Patrick admitted, "It felt like I had lost a piece of my soul." Yet, true to his spirit, he refused to let grief consume him. He leaned on the lessons Carlin had taught him, cherishing family, holding on to love, and believing in second chances. In 2020, Patrick shocked fans by revealing his new relationship with actress Linda Pearl. The two met under unexpected circumstances during a time of deep loneliness, and their late-in-life romance became a powerful reminder that love can find you at any stage of life. Now 75, Patrick continues to embrace life with optimism. He remains active in film and television, takes on smaller roles that fuel his passion, and dedicates himself to charitable work, giving back in gratitude for his second chances. His story isn't just one of survival, it's a testament to resilience and the power of hope. But while Patrick's journey is one of strength, the next star's tragic downfall left fans heartbroken, proving that fame can be both a blessing and a curse. Suzanne Somers, sitcom queen, and her unbreakable spirit. As Carol Foster Lambert in Step by Step, Suzanne Somers won the hearts of millions with her warmth, strength, and determination to bring her blended family together. Carol wasn't just a sitcom stepmom, she embodied resilience, love, and the power of a strong woman. But while she radiated harmony on screen, Suzanne's real-life journey was far more complex, filled with battles, controversy, and a relentless fight for control over her own destiny. Long before Step by Step, Suzanne was already a household name, thanks to her role as the lovable yet ditzy Chrissy Snow on Three's Company. Her comedic timing and charm made her the heart of the show. But in 1980, her career took a shocking turn when she demanded equal pay to match her male co-stars. Hollywood wasn't ready for that conversation, and instead of getting fairness, she got fired. Branded a troublemaker, Suzanne suddenly found herself blacklisted, her once thriving career seemingly over. But Suzanne refused to fade away. Instead, she reinvented herself, proving she was more than just a sitcom star. She turned to writing, performing, and building a business empire in health and beauty. Her books, like Keeping Secrets and Ageless, became instant bestsellers, cementing her status as a trailblazer. Against all odds, she transformed from an actress dismissed by Hollywood to a symbol of empowerment and perseverance, inspiring women around the world to stand up for themselves. Yet, Suzanne's greatest battle was not in show business, it was for her life. In 2000, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, a diagnosis that would shake anyone to their core. But rather than following traditional treatments, Suzanne took control of her health in her own way, turning to alternative therapies. Her choices sparked heated debates in the medical community, with critics questioning her approach, while supporters admired her unwavering belief in holistic healing. No matter the controversy, Suzanne remained steadfast, proving once again that she would not let others dictate her path. For more than 2 decades, she continued to defy expectations. She kept acting, appeared on talk shows, and wrote even more books, using her voice to inspire others. Her message was clear. No matter the challenge, a woman with determination can rise above anything. But through every victory and hardship, one thing remained constant: her love for Alan Hamill. More than just a husband, Alan was her rock, her confidant, and her greatest supporter. Suzanne often said that their 50-year love story was the foundation that kept her strong, a rare and beautiful Hollywood romance that stood the test of time. Then, in October 2023, just 1 day before her 77th birthday, Suzanne Somers passed away. The news sent shockwaves through Hollywood and broke the hearts of fans worldwide. But while she is gone, her legacy lives on, not just through her iconic roles, but through the spirit of resilience she left behind. She wasn't just an actress, she was a fighter, a survivor, and a woman who never let life's hardships define her. Suzanne's journey is one of triumph and heartbreak, proving that strength comes in many forms. But the story of the Step by Step cast doesn't end here. Another star's life took an equally unexpected and unforgettable turn. Stacy Keenan, from quick-witted sitcom star to an unexpected new path. As Dana Foster on Step by Step, Stacy Keenan left a lasting impression on 90s television. Dana was sharp, intelligent, and always ready with a witty remark, often acting as the voice of reason in the chaotic yet lovable Lambert Foster household. Her mix of humor and seriousness made her a fan favorite, cementing Stacy's place as a rising teen star during the golden era of family sitcoms. But when the cameras stopped rolling, Stacy made a decision that stunned many. She walked away from Hollywood entirely to pursue a completely different passion. Born in 1975, Stacy Keenan found success early in life. Before Step by Step, she had already made waves with her role as Nicole Bradford on My Two Dads, earning widespread recognition. But it was Dana Foster that truly made her a household name, solidifying her status as one of the most promising young actresses of the decade. With her natural charm, intelligence, and undeniable talent, Stacy graced magazine covers and won the hearts of audiences nationwide. Yet, despite all the fame, something felt missing. Deep down, she wasn't entirely fulfilled by the entertainment industry. So when Step by Step wrapped in 1998, Stacy made a life-altering decision. She left acting behind to focus on her education. She enrolled at Southwestern Law School, excelling in her studies and proving that her ambitions extended far beyond Hollywood. Today, at 48 years old, Stacy Keenan is a respected attorney and law professor, dedicating her career to helping those in need and mentoring future legal professionals. Though she traded scripts for court cases, she remains beloved by longtime fans who grew up watching Step by Step. Her transformation from television star to legal expert showcases not only her intelligence, but also her courage to step away from the spotlight and forge a new identity. But while Stacy's journey is one of successful reinvention, the path of her co-star Brandon Call is filled with unexpected twists and dramatic turns. Brandon Call, the mischievous son who left Hollywood behind. As J.T. Lambert on Step by Step, Brandon Call perfectly embodied the fun-loving, mischievous teenager who always found himself in both hilarious and troublesome situations. With his charming smile and effortless comedic timing, he quickly won over audiences, especially younger fans in the 90s. But beyond the laughter and success of his on-screen persona lies a real-life journey filled with unexpected twists, life-changing events, and a decision that would take him away from Hollywood for good. Born in 1976, Brandon Call was no stranger to the spotlight. He launched his acting career early, landing roles in popular series like Baywatch and The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. But it was his portrayal of J.T. Lambert that truly made him a household name. As the lovable troublemaker of the Lambert Foster clan, he added warmth and humor to Step by Step, making the show even more relatable to audiences. His rising popularity placed him among Hollywood's most in-demand young actors, setting the stage for what seemed like a long and promising career. However, everything changed in 1996 when Brandon experienced a terrifying real-life event. While driving home, he became the victim of a shocking attack, an incident that left him both physically wounded and emotionally shaken. Though he survived, the experience deeply impacted his outlook on life, making him question the price of fame and the security of a Hollywood career. As Step by Step came to an end, Brandon made a bold and unexpected decision. He walked away from acting entirely, choosing to pursue a quieter, more peaceful life. Now, 47 years old, Brandon Call has left the entertainment world behind and focused on business ventures. Angela Watson, a journey through darkness and back to the light. Angela Watson, who played Karen Foster, the stylish, beauty-loving daughter of the Foster family on Step by Step, was once the picture of confidence and charm on screen. In the 90s, she was a beloved face of the sitcom world, radiating poise and personality. But behind the glamour of Hollywood, Angela's real-life story was far from the fairy tale it appeared to be. What unfolded after the cameras stopped rolling was a heartbreaking tale of betrayal, loss, and ultimately resilience. Born in 1975, Angela Watson stepped into the spotlight at just 15 years old, quickly winning audiences over with her natural charm. Her role as Karen Foster, the fun-loving and fashion-forward teen, made her a fan favorite. But while her career flourished on screen, trouble was brewing behind the scenes, trouble that would change the course of her life. During her years in the industry, Angela placed her trust in a so-called family manager to handle her finances. She believed she was securing her future, but after Step by Step ended, she made a devastating discovery. Every penny she had earned had been stolen. Worse yet, this manipulative figure had systematically isolated her from her loved ones, leaving her not only penniless, but emotionally adrift. It was a betrayal that shattered both her financial security and her trust in those around her. Angela faced years of hardship, struggling to rebuild her life from nothing. But in her darkest moments, she found an inner strength she never knew she had. Rather than letting despair consume her, she chose to fight back, turning her painful experience into a mission to help others. She became an advocate for financial awareness, sharing her story to protect young actors from similar exploitation. Through her efforts, she not only reclaimed her own life, but also inspired many others to stand up against fraud and manipulation. Now, at 48, Angela Watson has found happiness once again. She returned to her first love, music, embarking on a career as an independent singer and songwriter. Though she no longer graces television screens regularly, she remains in the hearts of fans, admired not only for her role as Karen Foster, but for her incredible strength in overcoming adversity. Christine Lakin, from rebellious Al Lambert to a multi-talented star. Christine Lakin, best known as Al Lambert, the tough, independent youngest daughter of the Step by Step clan, brought a fresh and feisty energy to the beloved sitcom. With her sharp wit and no-nonsense attitude, Al stood out as a fan favorite, delivering both humor and heartfelt moments. But while audiences adored her as the mischievous tomboy of the Lambert family, few could have predicted the incredible transformation Christine would undergo after the show ended. Born in 1979, Christine Lakin stepped into Hollywood at a young age, proving her talent early on. As Step by Step soared in popularity, she became one of the most recognized young stars of the 90s. But when the show wrapped in 1998, Christine faced the same challenge many sitcom stars encounter, being typecast. Casting directors hesitated to take a chance on her, fearing she was too closely tied to her sitcom roots. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come her way, Christine took matters into her own hands. Determined to carve out a lasting career, Christine embraced a variety of roles, jumping between film, television, and independent projects. She also ventured into voice acting, a move that showcased her versatility. One of her most well-known voice roles came in Family Guy, where she proved that her talent extended far beyond the camera. Her willingness to experiment and adapt helped her stay relevant in a constantly evolving industry. But Christine's ambition didn't stop at acting. She expanded into directing and producing, earning praise for her work behind the scenes. While building her career, she also built a fulfilling personal life. Now, at 44, Christine balances her thriving career with motherhood, often sharing glimpses of her daily life with fans on social media. Christopher Castile, from Hollywood child star to inspirational educator. For millions of Step by Step fans, Christopher Castile will always be remembered as Mark Foster, the lovable, brainy bookworm with a knack for science and a talent for delivering laugh-out-loud moments. With his round glasses and quick wit, Mark stood out as the one member of the Foster-Lambert clan who preferred books over chaos. But as the bright lights of Hollywood began to dim, Christopher took an unexpected turn, walking away from fame to pursue a future that surprised many and sparked plenty of debate. Born in 1980, Christopher Castile began acting at a young age and quickly became one of the most familiar faces in family entertainment. In addition to Step by Step, he won hearts as Ted Newton in the first two Beethoven films, solidifying his place as one of the most beloved child stars of the early 90s. But behind the scenes, life as a young actor came with intense pressure. Few people knew at the time that Christopher struggled with exhaustion due to the relentless demands of Hollywood, a challenge that weighed heavily on him. By the mid-90s, Step by Step had propelled Christopher to new heights, with his character Mark providing the intellectual counterbalance to the often chaotic antics of the rest of the family. But when the show ended in 1998, Christopher stunned fans by announcing his retirement from acting. Rather than chase more roles, he turned his focus toward education, admitting that he had lost interest in the entertainment world. After leaving Hollywood, Christopher fully embraced his academic ambitions, earning a master's degree and dedicating himself to teaching. Today, he is a respected political science professor at a community college, shaping young minds in a way that brings him true fulfillment. While some fans were disappointed that he walked away from a promising career, many admire his choice to serve his community through education. Though he no longer appears on screen, Christopher still holds a special place in the hearts of Step by Step fans. But while Christopher chose a quieter life away from the cameras, another Step by Step star had a very different path, one filled with unexpected twists and moments that left fans wondering what could have been. Josh Byrne, the child star who vanished from Hollywood. For fans of Step by Step, Josh Byrne was once a familiar face, the lovable and mischievous Brendan Lambert, the youngest of the Lambert clan. With his boyish charm and knack for getting caught up in the family's comedic chaos, Brendan quickly became a fan favorite. But as the show progressed, something unexpected happened. Brendan's presence faded, and by the later seasons, he was gone without explanation. And just like his on-screen character, Josh Byrne seemed to disappear from Hollywood, leaving behind a story filled with unanswered questions and quiet regret. Born in 1984, Josh began acting at an early age, quickly making his mark in Step by Step. His character, Brendan, was the innocent, good-natured sibling who brought balance to the often chaotic household. But as the series evolved, Brendan's screen time dwindled, leaving fans puzzled. By the final seasons, he was barely mentioned, and his abrupt exit was never explained. Many viewers were left wondering, why did Brendan vanish? And what happened to Josh Byrne after he left the show? Rumors swirled behind the scenes. Some claimed that Brendan was written out due to a shift in the show's creative direction, while others speculated about tensions between Josh and the production team. Whether it was industry pressures or personal struggles, one thing was certain: Josh's Hollywood career ended as suddenly as it began. Unlike many child stars who tried to stay in the limelight, Josh chose to walk away entirely. After Step by Step, he vanished from the entertainment world, leaving little trace of his whereabouts. Now, approaching 40, Josh Byrne has embraced a life far removed from Hollywood. Some reports suggest he has found work in the small business sector, but details remain scarce. His decision to live privately has only deepened the mystery surrounding him. Fans who once expected to see him thrive in the industry are left with nostalgia and a sense of what could have been. Sasha Mitchell, from sitcom stardom to scandal and redemption. For millions of fans in the 90s, Sasha Mitchell was the lovable, offbeat Cody Lambert, the quirky neighbor who stole the show on Step by Step. With his easygoing charm and comedic timing, he became a standout character, bringing endless laughs to living rooms across America. But beyond the cameras and the scripted humor, Sasha's real life was far from lighthearted. Behind the fame lay a story of legal troubles, personal struggles, and ultimately, a long road to redemption. Born in 1967 in Los Angeles, Sasha had an early start in Hollywood, landing roles in Dallas and a Patrick Swayze biopic before Step by Step made him a household name. As Cody, his eccentric but endearing personality made him a fan favorite, and for a time, he was one of the most recognizable faces on television. But just as his career was reaching its peak, his life behind the scenes was beginning to unravel. By the mid-90s, Sasha found himself at the center of serious legal troubles. Accusations of domestic abuse involving his ex-wife, Jeanette Robbins, dominated headlines, painting a very different picture from the fun-loving sitcom star fans adored. Sasha denied the allegations, insisting he was the victim in a toxic relationship, but the courts ruled against him. In 1995, he was sentenced to probation and ordered to attend rehabilitation programs. The fallout was swift. His once promising career took a nosedive, and he was written out of Step by Step in its later seasons, despite his character's popularity. The turbulence didn't end there. Following his departure from Hollywood, Sacha's personal life remained troubled, marked by a bitter custody battle and ongoing struggles in the public eye. He claimed he was doing his best to be a devoted father, but the weight of legal battles, media scrutiny, and personal demons left him in a dark place. At times, it seemed like the Sacha Mitchell fans once knew had all but disappeared. But as the years passed, Sacha made a decision. He would not let his mistakes define him. Determined to turn his life around, he sought help, worked to rebuild his reputation, and looked for opportunities to reconnect with his fans. One of his most significant turning points came when he began attending 90s nostalgia events, where he was met with overwhelming support. The love from longtime step-by-step viewers reminded him that redemption was possible and that his journey didn't have to end in regret. Now 56, Sacha Mitchell has found a sense of peace. He focuses on family, prioritizes health and wellness, and occasionally takes on small entertainment projects. While he no longer commands the spotlight as he once did, he remains a familiar face at fan conventions, where he shares his story and offers encouragement to those who have faced hardships of their own. More than just a hit sitcom, Step by Step holds a special place in the hearts of 90s audiences. It was a show that brought laughter, heartfelt lessons, and a reminder that family, no matter how unconventional, sticks together through life's ups and downs. But beyond the beloved storylines, the cast themselves embarked on their own unique journeys, filled with unexpected twists, triumphs, and challenges. Now, more than 3 decades later, the magic of Step by Step still resonates with fans. Some cast members continued to thrive in the spotlight, while others faced life-changing events, including struggles that played out far from Hollywood's glitz and glamour. Their stories serve as powerful reminders of how time shapes lives, careers, and the choices we make along the way. So, which of these transformations surprised you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. All information in this video has been gathered from reputable sources and is shared for reference only. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more fascinating celebrity stories.